Today I have on the table for you guys the current stage of my Sony A7S II rig build, and I want to take this opportunity to make a video for you guys because I just recently picked this up, the Smallrig 1982 cage. I previously used the Smallrig 1660 cage on the A7S II, and I have to say, this 1982 cage is a big improvement. First off, the 1660 cage is of course composed up of 4 different pieces screwed together. The 1982, on the other hand, has a unibody design. I personally like this much better. The unibody design will provide better structural integrity, but to be realistic, it holds a camera. Unibody or not, it's not really going to matter. I just think that the unibody design is more streamlined and looks better aesthetically. The 1660 cage that I had was also really tight on the camera body, so that meant that I had to break it apart every time that I wanted to get the camera in and out of the cage. With the 1982, I just slip it in from the back and lock it down with a 1/4-20 screw at the bottom. It's very simple, much easier than the 1660. In terms of use, one thing that I didn't like about the 1660 was that it was a bit hard to access the custom 1 and 2 buttons. As you can see, the right side of the 1982 cage has a cutout, which seems like it was meant for the index finger to have better access to these custom buttons. This makes it easier for you to access custom button 2, but custom 1 does still need a bit of work to get to. I have pretty skinny fingers, so if your finger has a little bit more meat, you may have a bit of a problem. On the upside though, there does seem to be more clearance from the back. My finger slips right through and has no problem accessing these buttons. We also get complete access to the mode dial, which was a bit difficult on the 1660 cage. One thing that I don't like about this cage is that it has no rubber pads where the camera actually sits. It's just metal on metal. This means that there is more opportunity for the screw to loosen with vibration and the camera will slap around in the cage. There's also a better chance that your camera will get scratched up because again, it is metal on metal contact. If you're interested in what the rest of my rig looks like, here's a list of everything that it is comprised of. All of the parts are from Smallrig, and these are the part numbers. If you're interested, all of these products are linked in the description below. All in all, I would say that the Smallrig 1982 is pretty much without a doubt the best cage that I have tried for my Sony A7S II, A7RII, A7II series cameras. And I think that is so mainly because it's very competitive in pricing at least. The cage by itself is $135, and the nice thing about Smallrig is that they let you pick and choose what you want to include in your rig. Because really, the cage by itself is $135. Everything else that you see that's on here is really an add-on. And that's better than some other companies where they just sell you one giant bundle for like $500, including things that you may not even want. So that's why I like Smallrig. And if you're considering between the Smallrig 1982 and 1660, I would definitely recommend just going with the 1982. Sure, it's $135 for the 1982 versus $102 for the 1660, but if you think about it, the HDMI clamp is $25.99 and you get that with the 1982, not the 1660. So I think pricing wise, it is very comparable once you factor in the price of the HDMI clamp. The 1982 also has integrated RE rosette mounts, side NATO rail, and strap mounts, so I think it actually provides more bang for the buck when you consider it as a whole. I think that I would only recommend the 1660 over the 1982 if you're one of those people who don't like a whole cage, because again, the 1660 does come in 4 separate parts, and you can pick and choose which one of those parts you want to use. So if you want a half cage, a 3/4 cage, that is viable with the 1660, not the 1982. And if you say want just 2 of those parts, you end up saving up a lot more money than going with an entire cage, obviously. So for those people who want individual pieces, definitely go with the 1660 because, again, it is a lot cheaper. But for me, the 1982 is definitely the best in my opinion, and definitely my favorite cage that I've tried so far. So I'm going to keep using this definitely every day. And if you're interested in these products, definitely check out the links in the description. Everything will be there. Hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.